My name is Iles with the ISU Plant and Insect Diagnostic Clinic, and welcome to my garden where I have an entomologist, so there always tend to be quite a few insects in my garden, which I enjoy as much as the vegetables. Today we're looking at squash bug. So this is an insect that will cause you headaches if you're growing zucchini or other squash. It's kind of, when they first hatch, they almost look like tiny little gray aphids. They've kind of got long legs, long antenna. They grow the nymphal stage, usually about 4 to 6 weeks, and then you'll have the adult bug. And they're a true bug. They look kind of like a stink bug, only more elongate is how they appear. They have piercing, sucking mouth parts, so they feed on the plant juices, so you'll start to get yellowing on the leaves. Later in the year, they'll start to feed directly on fruit, can sometimes lead to fruit rot just by opening up wounds and things like that. So there's only one generation per year, but we tend to have a lot of overlapping eggs, nymphs, adults, and just the adults will overwinter in debris somewhere, usually often in the garden or somewhere nearby, come out sometime, usually June or so, and start laying eggs again. Squash bugs are usually less damaged than a pest like squash vine borer, because squash vine borer get into the plant and they cause the whole plant to wilt. You need a lot of squash bugs in order to cause plant wilting, and if you do have a big population early in the year, it's probably worth it to manage it. Only the small nymphs can be effectively managed with insecticides. The adults are really hard to control. It's important to come into your garden and look for eggs or any signs of the nymphs or adults. I don't know if you can see the group of eggs there. And you can remove them, drop them into containers of soapy water, kill them that way. You want to remove debris from around the plant if you have problems with it, like things like dead leaves and things, because they hide under that at night. So you just want to remove any debris, and actually a good way to capture them overnight is to just lay a board near your plant, and they will actually hide under that board at night, so you can come out first thing in the morning, catch some, drop them into that container of soapy water, and kill them that way. So for a home garden situation, those integrated pest management methods are really good at managing the squash bug rather than the insecticides. If you do use insecticides, you want to be careful to avoid the flowers and try to use those at night. So they're kind of tough. They're hard to crush, so you can either crush them so you're sure they're dead, or usually just rip off the whole plant that way. If you drop them down, they have the potential just to hatch and then make their way up onto the plant. So just rip them off and get them away from your squash plant. Squash bugs lay their eggs in groups, so you'll often see a cluster of nymphs and adults feeding together. So you often will have a bunch of them on the same plant, and that's really kind of key to how they cause damage, is there's a lot of them feeding on the same plant.